Howdy folks, this is Big Sam. By the grace of God, I've had the privilege to spend about 27 years on this earth, and I've seen a lot of incredible things in that time. But one of the most incredible things I've ever seen is currently happening right now in Canada. We're seeing a populist revolution unfold before our very eyes. But in order to understand what this populist revolution is and what it is not, we need to understand some big revolutions of the past. And in order to help illustrate that, I have this rifle. This is a Russian Mosin Nagant M91 rifle produced by the Tula factory in 1919. This was produced under Bolshevik control during the height of the Russian Civil War. And a rifle just like this, if not this very rifle, was used by some not very nice people to accomplish some really horrible things, potentially. So it's important to have reminders of the past like this rifle in order to understand the consequences of certain ideologies. Now, we look at revolutions like the Russian Revolution. They're all violent. These communist, hostile takeovers of the government. These ruthless dictatorship regimes occurring as a result. A quote from Mao Zedong goes like this: "Political power comes from the barrel of a gun." Radical leftists and radical right ideologies, well, both of those have accomplished revolutions in the past using violence, using firearms, perhaps even like this one. What's currently happening in Canada is something very different. We're seeing a populist revolution occurring through peace, not through people taking up arms. It's through people peacefully exercising their rights, not violating any laws. This is absolutely incredible, and it's, you could say, revolutionary. Now, the mainstream media has done a pretty bad job of covering this. Now, any news outlet, regardless of their bias left or right, they're going to give you bits and clips of what's happening and try to twist it to help promote their agenda. I've spent the last week thoroughly watching just live streams of people just showing exactly what's happening in Canada, in Ottawa. Not people, editing out little bits and clips saying this is what's happening and promoting their agenda. I thoroughly looked at what's occurring, and I can tell you that it is absolutely incredible. I see people from all races and religions coming together in peace and unity in order to make the government hear their voices. Nobody has guns. They're not going out there in the streets trying to incite violence. They're trying to incite change through peace and love. It's that simple. And they will not give up and they will not leave until the government hears their voice, which is their job. So to Canadians out there who might be watching this, I want to thank y'all for being an example to myself as a Christian and to all of us around the world. Because actions speak louder than words, and peace speaks louder than violence. A really good Bible quote I have to share with you is from Proverbs chapter 25, verses 21 through 22, which says, "If your enemy is hungry, give him something to eat. If your enemy is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing so, you will heap burning coals upon his head, and the Lord will reward you." Peace accomplishes so much more than violence. And to those of y'all who may say I'm a hypocrite because I'm holding something that may have been used by someone to hurt other people, I'll just say this. In saying that, all you're actually accomplishing is utilizing this hunk of wood and metal as a scapegoat for the failed, violent ideologies of the past that you support. History is an important guide because it teaches us that peace can accomplish so much more than violence. when we can sit down and actually listen to each other instead of thinking someone else is simply the devil and trying to eliminate them. As a Christian, I just simply cannot accept that ideology. I treat every human being, I do my best to treat every human being as my brother and sister, because we're all created in God's image. And it's really important that we start acting like it.